Hyper Light Breaker set to release in early access come January. Today, Heart Machine revealed that Hyper Light Breaker, the 3D follow-up to Hyper Light Drifter, will be released in early access on Steam on January 14, 2025. This news came during the Day of the Devs, the Game Awards edition, where a trailer was released to reveal the official early access date for the game. For those interested, Hyper Light Breaker will cost $29.99 during the early access period, with the price subject to change depending on content added to the game and changes made to the title. This game is published by Arc Games, which has also published games like Torchlight, Neverwinter, and Remnant 2. For those who are unfamiliar with the Hyper Light universe, Hyper Light Breaker is a co-op open-world roguelike where players get to assume the role of a breaker, with multiple different breakers to choose from. Breakers are warriors who are tasked with rebuilding a civilization that was ruined due to a cataclysmic war. To do so, you get to explore a vast and ever-changing world in a procedurally generated world that is known as the Overgrowth. During the exploration, you'll get to come across secrets hidden in nooks and crannies while battling against the Crowns, which are bosses controlled by the Abyss King. While this game is a follow-up game to Hyper Light Drifter, it isn't in terms of story. It's set in the universe like their previous game, but Hyper Light Breaker takes place several decades before the events that happened in the first game. Luckily, to play Hyper Light Breaker, it isn't required for the player to have played Hyper Light Drifter, as the game is set to be a standalone experience. Much like many other roguelikes, Hyper Light Breaker will have intense and difficult combat, where players have to use the loot that they have on them to upgrade their gear and become more powerful with each new run. Every time the player dies, the Overgrowth regenerates but will never be the exact same as the world you experienced previously. While this is a common feature in many different roguelikes, this is a first for the Hyper Light universe and gives it a similar feeling to that of Risk of Rain 2, a game that shares a lot of similarities with this upcoming title. Heart Machine has stated that Hyper Light Breaker will continue to receive support and updates beyond the early access launch, with the developers planning on adding new breakers to choose from, new bosses to fight and weapons to utilize, to keep the game fresh.